Hello, and welcome to another episode of Delve. I'm Tom Morris. In this episode, we are going to talk about the Masters of the Universe toy line and animation that is coming out later in a couple months. If you were an 80s kid, you know that Masters of the Universe was stapled to many of our childhoods. I'm talking the animation cartoon series, the action figures, the clothing, all the accessories. You wanted to be He-Man, She-Ra, Evelyn, Tila, Man-at-Arms, Skeletor. It was definitely a staple of my childhood and probably a lot of everyone else's. Well, today, Mattel released two press releases detailing what they have planned for the Masters of the Universe in 2021 and beyond. We are going to talk about Masters of the Universe Revelation, an animated series that's coming to Netflix. And then before that, the Masters of the Universe Masterverse toy line that will come out in conjunction with the animation. And then in Now Playing, we are going to play another 80s icon, Pac-Man. So by the Power-Pellets of Pac-Man, this episode of Delve starts now. Welcome to Delve. I am Tom Morris, and Delve is the show that we discuss and we celebrate everything pop culture by talking about new releases, iconic toys, action figures, movies, comic books. We have a great discussion and we celebrate everything pop culture. If you're watching this on one of our other channels, make sure you check out our Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube site, Delve Into the Void, as we live stream once a week. And then we edit out the episodes or make another episode to show. So if you want to be part of the discussion while we go live stream, just check us out in the comments and look for us to go live. We like to celebrate everything pop culture. And what better way to celebrate is with 80s icons, staples of our childhood. For me, it was Masters of the Universe. And Masters of the Universe definitely had an impact on my life growing up. And now the 40th year that Masters of the Universe has been around, Mattel has said that, hey, we're going to celebrate it by bringing out a whole new collection of figures. They also have their Masters of the Universe Origins that they are going to talk about, that I'm going to talk about actually in this episode. We're going to talk about the action figures and we're going to look at some pictures of them and we're going to talk about the animation. What exactly is Masters of the Universe for people that aren't familiar with it? Masters of the Universe is a blend of swords and sorcery with futuristic sci-fi tech. It was released in 1982 with an action figure line, and then who can forget the iconic He-Man of the Masters of the Universe animation cartoon that we'd all watch every weekday when we get home from school. Master of the Universe since then had a live action movie in the 80s. It also had another reboot in 2000, Masters of the Universe, like people call it 20X, with a new line of action figures. They also had an animation that was on Cartoon Network. And recently they've had Master of the Universe Master Collection and recently Master of the Universe Origins. So now in 2021, Mattel is gearing up for this whole reboot of Masters of the Universe. And as Mattel says, Masters of the Universe explores the themes of heroism, individuality, self-empowerment, while continuing to inspire generations of kids and adults alike. First, we're going to talk about Masters of the Universe Revelation, the animated series. It is going to be released globally on Netflix on July 23rd. In 1982, they had the original Masters of the Universe, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe cartoon. And we're still going to have the whole feeling of sorcery, warriors, cosmic enforcers, allies and enemies, magic. It is going to be what we remember as a kid, but we're going to also have it more geared towards adults. This is something from the press release from the Masters of the Universe. 4 decades later, the power returns. They're bringing back Masters of the Universe from content, toys, and other products. Well, of course, first off is the Revelation animation. It's been described as a love letter to fans who grew up with the franchise. And it's a continuation of the classic storyline. It's going to pick up about right where we left off in the 80s, where there's going to be He-Man and his friends are going to have another cataclysmic battle between Skeletor that leaves Eternia fractured and the Guardians of Grayskull scattered throughout the land. Now it's up to Teela to reunite the broken band of heroes and ultimately prevent the end of the universe. Just as how the fans have matured, it says, so too has the world of Eternia. Masters of the Universe Revelation will feature deeper themes, characterizations, and harrowing battles than ever before. It's designed for the adult audience, but I'm sure that children will be watching and have a lot of fun with it as well. The press also goes on to read that over the course of the series, Prince Adam, He-Man, Teela, Evil-Lyn, and even Orko will be very different at the end than when they are at the beginning. And they will battle it out for the fate of Eternia. Alliances will shift, destinies will be met, and secrets will be revealed. As I'm scrolling through the pictures, you can definitely see that we have a new look produced by Powerhouse Animation. And if you have heard of Powerhouse Animation, maybe you haven't, they're making a little show right now that's on Netflix called Castlevania. It's going to have a lot more greater detail, all the modern lighting and atmosphere that you can expect from a modern realization of Eternia. As I'm reading this press release, something that really came to my mind was the all-star cast as they're putting into this franchise. A few of the actors, Mark Hamill as Skeletor, Lena Headey from Game of Thrones as Evil-Lyn, Chris Wood as Prince Adam He-Man, and Sarah Michelle Gellar as Teela. And that's just a few of them. Alan Oppenheimer, who was the original Filmation cartoon voice of Skeletor, as well as Man-at-Arms and Cringer and Merman, will bring his talents to Mossman in Masters of the Universe. Harley Quinn Smith is in it. Tiffany Smith is in it. If you're not familiar with Tiffany Smith, she is been on like DC Universe live shows and press releases. Kevin Conroy as one of the voices. There is a lot of all-star cast in here. And Kevin Smith is the showrunner for this. And Jason Mewes, his friend, is going to be one of the voices as well. As you can see, they keep it true to the original. Really looking forward to watching this. It's going to be split into 2 parts. I think the first part is going to have 5 episodes, and then later on will be a second part. If you all remember the 80s toys, they were iconic. A lot of different figures were out. You had Skeletor, you had He-Man, you had Evil-Lyn, you had Teela, you had Battle Cat. And now, I think last year they had Masters of the Universe Origins that kind of captures the same look and feel. But they're definitely going for the modern look with this Masterverse core assortment. The toys come out a month before the animation on June 15th. The Masterverse core assortment will consist of the first 7-inch figures will be He-Man, Skeletor, Mossman, and Evil-Lyn action figures. As you can see, the modernization look is inspired by the animation, while still retaining, I feel, the classic look of the characters that we all know and love. There's Skeletor. You can see a lot of great detail on the character. Mossman looks like a cross between Groot and Swamp Thing. Evil-Lyn without her helmet and with her helmet. Now this character is called Skelegod. He's a 9-inch action figure, which also comes with an alternate pair of hands, 1 weapon, and 1 flame accessory. I'm not sure if this is an upgraded version of Skeletor or a powered up version. We shall see and find out when this is released. And then finally, a Masterverse Ultimate Battle Cat, a 14-inch long action figure with detachable armor and helmet that once removed reveals the alter ego Cringer. They will be introducing additional characters to the collection later this fall. In the press release that I will have links for in the credits and in the description, it was said that Masters of the Universe was setting the stage, or Mattel rather, was setting the stage for a 2021 reboot of Masters of the Universe through the launch of nostalgic action figures and a Castle Grayskull playset that offers a retro experience for collectors and fans alike. Now, the new line, designed for collectors and new fans alike, provides a modern interpretation of these classic characters. This is going to be really fun because I love it when they take something retro that's near and dear to my childhood and a lot of others, and they bring it through the years, modernizing it, putting a new spin on it. Which brings me to Ardell's pop question of the day. Masters of the Universe has been around for 40 years, featuring a wide assortment of properties such as cartoons, figures, collectibles, and more. What is your favorite Masters of the Universe memory, character, or collection piece? Leave those answers in the comment section below, and next week, or while we're online, we'll answer those questions. You can post them into the messages on our Facebook and our YouTube, Delve Into the Void, and also the question of the day on Instagram.